It's baking time, everybody. What do you see? All right, let's get started. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I decided I was going to make some snickerdoodles today, and I thought that I'd let you join along with me to make them. So I have a cough drop in my mouth so that I don't start coughing, and I'm ready to go, okay? So I've got my mixer out here in my bowl, and the first thing we're going to put into our bowl is 2 cups of margarine or butter, whatever you choose. A lot of times when I'm baking, I simply use margarine just because it's not so expensive. But, and I've tried this recipe several times. My goodness, I need my glasses on. I've tried this recipe several times. I mean, I don't even know how many times I've made these snickerdoodles. They're always a no-fail. They always turn out wonderful. And I always use margarine. So I know that it's just fine with margarine. The next thing we're going to add is 2 cups, 2 2/3 cups of sugar, granulated sugar. So this recipe actually makes quite a few, and I don't know if I would recommend you cutting it in half or not, but it does make a lot. So when I make this recipe, I always take some to work to share. So everybody loves my snickerdoodles, so they never reject me. Okay. And we need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 1 and 2. And the last ingredient before we start mixing it all up is 4 eggs. Some people say that you need to have your eggs at room temperature before you start mixing it for baking. So far, I've never found that to be true. I've just taken them right out of the refrigerator and they have been fine. So I'm going to enter these cookies in our county fair this year. So we'll really see how we do then, huh? All right, I'm going to put this onto my mixer and let it mix for a few minutes. Now, I always let the snickerdoodle batter rest in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours, and then I bring it back out and roll it in the sugar and cinnamon and then bake it. Just kind of like I do my chocolate crinkle cookies. I just feel that it sets out better and it ends up giving me a better result in the end. So that is what we are going to do. All right. Now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar. I have had people ask me for this recipe, and they've taken the recipe and then they've said, oh, I don't have cream of tartar. It'll turn out okay, right? No. That is one of your main secret ingredients to making this turn out so well. You have to have your cream of tartar in this recipe, okay? And then 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And lastly, we're going to put in 6 cups of flour. I'm going to do this in 2-cup increments. What's increments? Oh my gosh. Too much cough medicine, buddy. All right, we're going to put in the first 2 cups of flour. I don't sift it. I never have, and it's always turned out just fine. We're going to let that mix up for a little bit. This is one of those cookies that I always make for Christmas because I know they're going to turn out well every single time. All right. Now for our next 2 cups of flour. I got flour all over the floor. My life right there. And guess what, you guys? I got my little scooper back. So we can make nice small ones instead of the bigger ones. Remember when I made the chocolate crinkle, they just came out really huge, so. Back to the small scooper it is today. Alright, and we're going to put in our last 2 cups of flour. What are your favorite cookies that you guys like? I mean, a lot of people always tell me, of course, the classic chocolate chip cookies. And I do make chocolate chip cookies. I love peanut butter cookies. Not everybody's a big peanut butter fan, but I am. I feel like a peanut butter cookie is almost like a, you know, like an energy bar or something. All right, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Let her rip. Okay, I'm going to let that mix for a few minutes, then I'm going to put it into the refrigerator for about 3 hours, and then I'll be back with you to roll it in some sugar and cinnamon and get it in the oven, alright? I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, you guys, we're back, and we're ready to make some cookies. Here is our snickerdoodle mixture, the batter right there. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. I have my cinnamon and sugar that we're going to roll it in, and it's 2 cups of sugar and a 1/4 cup of cinnamon. If that's not enough cinnamon for you, you can just go ahead and add some more. All right, and then we're just going to take and just kind of make sure that we have cinnamon all over our cookie. Oops, I forgot to spray my pan with my best friend Pam. All right, and then we do want to spread these out a little bit because they will flatten out a little bit, you know, and they'll spread out as they bake, so. And we're going to bake them at 350 degrees for about 14 minutes. I don't like them when they're really doughy because they kind of just fall apart that way. And the snickerdoodle, even when you cook them for a while, they still stay chewy and moist. They're such a good cookie. So here they are. I'm gonna put them in the oven, and when they come out and cool down, I will be back to let you see, okay? Okay, we're back, and we have beautiful snickerdoodles. Here it is. Oh, I tell you what. Oh, these, they're so delicious. Excuse me. They just melt in your mouth. They are wonderful. They are a no-fail. I will put the recipe in the description box below. I hope that you guys will try them out because they have always been a successful recipe for me, and I just love them, and everybody that takes and has one of my snickerdoodles loves them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll try this recipe. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my page if you haven't already. I don't always have this voice. I mean, it's getting better, but it takes a while for this cold to be kicking it, you know? So, all right, you guys, have a good evening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.